Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley. I hope all is well with you, my beloved brother. Today, Rickey, I love the song. It's so appropriate for the November season of Thanksgiving that we are in. Grateful. By Ted Wynn and Balance. And there's a lovely line at the very beginning of the song in which he talks about, taught me to love myself, recognize my value, my internal wealth. I'm grateful that I serve a God who taught me to love myself. Listen, whatever else I discover, when you recognize your value, no one can get you at a discount. In too many instances, we allow people to violate our boundaries. We allow people to disrespect us and diss us. It has a lot to do with the fact that we don't recognize our internal wealth. We don't love ourselves. But the good news is when you know the God above you has nothing but love for you, God loves you. God has stamped God's image on you. Do you not recognize that the very image of God is stamped on you? You were created in the image and likeness of God. Therefore, you ought to recognize your internal wealth, and you can't help but love yourself. And when you recognize your internal wealth, number one, you draw up boundaries that you refuse anyone to violate, because if they violate those boundaries, there will be what? Consequences and repercussions. You have boundaries of respect that let everyone know that you love yourself because God loves you, and you love yourself too much to allow the hate and disrespect of others to violate what God has done with you, is doing through you, and it's up to in your life. And so whatever else you do, thank God today that God loves you, and God taught you how to love yourself. God taught you to recognize your internal wealth. And here's the last piece. Not only will you have boundaries, but you will be at peace. And when you are at peace, no one can treat you like a peace. When you are at peace, you're at peace with yourself. You're at peace with the world around you. I don't know about y'all, but I am so grateful that God taught me to love myself, and God showed me my internal wealth. Go ahead and make this a blessed day, a beautiful day, knowing that God loves you. God has shown you how to love you, and as a consequence, you recognize your internal wealth. God bless you.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 23 minutes after the hour, y'all. Hey, sitting in for Maria this morning, we got the legendary from member of Escape, the one and only Tamika Scott.
Good morning.
Happy to have you this morning.
I am happy to be here sitting in for my girl Maria Moore. And this morning, here's what's trending in news. The Supreme Court turned away an appeal by former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, leaving in place his conviction for the killing of George Floyd in May 2020. Now, lawyers for Chauvin has asked the Supreme Court in October to take up his legal battle, which centered around a Minnesota trial court's denial of his request for a change of venue to sequester the jury. Now, Chauvin argued that the decision to keep the proceedings in Minneapolis deprived him of his rights to a fair trial due to the publicity of his case. Sure. Okay.
Well, what was they going to take it? Because you have to be up under a damn rock to not know what he did to George Floyd.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that part.
They could have took it to the smallest island of Hawaii, and he would have been still found guilty with his racist self.
Child. In other news, a Florida woman was found dead Saturday in a storage unit registered to her estranged husband a week after she was first reported missing, authorities said. Now, police were first notified about Shakira Rucker, 37, by her family after she was last spotted leaving her home in Winter Springs, a city about 10 miles northeast of Orlando, on November the 11th. Now, the week-long search had many twists and turns and took investigators through 4 counties across Central Florida. The storage unit is registered to Corey Hill, which is Rucker's estranged husband and the prime suspect in the case. Wow. And a British Airway crew allegedly covered up a night of partying and drugs in Rio de Janeiro by pretending they had been robbed. Now, Brazilian authorities allege that the 3 employees invented an armed robbery. They claim the event left them too traumatized to work. Now, of the various crimes reported by the trio, only actually one occurred, which was a cell phone being stolen. After a late night in which they consumed drugs and alcohol, Brazilian authorities said in a statement. Now, the trio reportedly continued their drug use in an abandoned gas station after the phone was stolen. Now, the British Airways staff members are being investigated for falsely reporting a crime. Woo. That is crazy.
Man. That's a lot in front page.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot.
No, I appreciate that, Tamika. All right, time right now is 26 minutes after the hour. Let's take a look at sports. Rock Teasy.
Yeah, what up, man? Real quick, Monday Night Football. The Eagles fans are flying high right now, holding down the beat the Kansas City Chiefs 21-17. Chiefs wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling dropped what would have been the winning touchdown. I ain't gonna say the dude gonna get cut, but
that's like his 5th one.
That's like his 6th dropped.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Come on, man. It is what it is. LSU.
Oh, man, it was raining. The ball was probably
Hey, we don't make excuses,
but
dog.
you got to catch that, Rock.
You
got to catch that.
Come on, dog. Catch the ball.
You got Philly won that, baby. You
got the sticky gloves. All that good stuff. Real quick, man, LSU women's basketball squad has played their last 2 games without their star, Angel Reese. Coach Kim Mulkey gives a quick update on why.
You want me to explain why? It's very obvious Angel is not in uniform. Angel is a part of this basketball team, and we hope we see her sooner than later. I'm not going to answer anymore. That's it. That's all y'all need to know.
I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. I'm going to give you my thoughts later on the show, man. Gary with the T, what you got there, Pepper?
All right, y'all. People were whispering, saying, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are no longer together. They're not together. They didn't broke up. Well, honey, it's been reported that Rihanna recently headed to Sin City to support A$AP Rocky's Puma XF1 design pop-up shop, ahead of his their first ever Las Vegas Grand Prix this past weekend. Now, they're saying Rihanna boarded a private jet to Las Vegas, channeling a typical street-style look featuring the Chicago Bulls Jordan throwback jersey, a pair with a Balenciaga apron cargo skirt and a Gucci crop bomber jacket and a Gucci horse bit bag and a trucker hat, honey. So she was giving it, baby, going to see her man. And yes, they are still together. But I will say this, he's the luckiest man alive because we didn't know who A$AP Rocky was until Rihanna got with him.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
He wasn't popular.
He was already a star.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't that damn popular. I didn't know who he was.
Yes,
that
don't
mean nothing. You don't know nobody. Well, honey, but anyway, congratulations to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, honey. He's doing things now, so stick with your woman. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is kohlrabi. On the high end, you say kohlrabi, and on the low end, just say beautiful green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot was Snoop Dogg's Giving Up Smoke a hoax? I'm going to tell you up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Oh, I got it. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
28 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Now, as many people suspected, Snoop Dogg's announcement last week that he decided to give up smoke turned out to be a publicity stunt for a company called Solo Stove, which sells smokeless stoves in fire pits. Now, Snoop posted a video yesterday to let fans in on the joke. He said, I have an announcement. I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop smoking is kind of like your whole thing, but I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all the sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove, they took out the smoke. Clever.
All right.
Okay, so Snoop will become the company's spokesman to collaborate on the smokeless product innovation and contribute toward designing a new signature line of Snoop Dogg and Solo Stove products. Its limited edition Snoop Dogg Solo Stove is now on sale. So I saw a picture of it, a video or whatever. It's like a a fireless smoke pit.
Yeah, like a fire pit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I guess when you burn it, like you ain't burning wood or nothing, so you don't get.
Brad, I went to my first cigar bar and I had a great time, but never again, man. The way my clothes smelled,
I knew you wouldn't like it.
It messed with my vocal cords. My voice was messed up the next day. I went and showered like I was in the shower just with the water running on my head.
Yeah,
I needed all that out of my system. What in the hell?
Brad, I got to go delete my comment. Because after he said he was giving up smoking, I put the prayer hands like, okay, yeah. I'm about to go delete my comment. I thought he was talking about giving up smoking.
I don't think Snoop gonna ever give up smoking. That's his thing. Like, he the only person I know that could go in a corporate building and burn it down.
No, he's the only person I know that can do a whole gospel album, go #1, and be high the whole time.
Message.
He's like, take that back. Yeah, take that back, Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, Lord, forgive us, Lord. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, watch out for some of them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKEY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yes, sir. That's the white box, right?
Yes, sir. Got them a nice Kenneth Cole pullover sweater. Comfortable shoes.
So when you hear this song, it's like Let me stop.
Them dudes who get a chick number in the club and pull out his little notebook and write her number down there and still. Yeah, he got a pen on him and everything. Yeah, let me write your number down.
A little flap over notebook.
Is this your home number or your mobile? This your car phone number? This your car phone number or your home phone number? Let me get both of them.
Oh, no.
Get your 1973 ass. Looking like Rollo from Sanford or something.
Oh, shoot.
Rita Lawson's son.
Ain't you Rita Lawson, boy?
Ain't you Rita Lawson's son, Rollo? Brad, what you got?
Oh, God, the average person will eat over 3,000 calories on Thanksgiving, right? So you might feel like this could happen, but could it really? Is it possible to eat so much on Thanksgiving that your stomach explodes? Oof. Well, someone asked an expert. Okay, for the sound effects. Someone asked an expert, and the answer is yes. It's technically possible, but very unlikely. The medical term is a gastrointestinal perforation, and it does happen, but usually not just from overeating. So more common reasons are ingesting a corrosive chemical or swallowing something sharp. Now, just eating too much food could cause a burst, but probably not. The walls of your stomach are pretty thick, and our body has natural safeguards to prevent it, namely puking. So if you eat too much for your stomach to handle, you're more likely to puke or feel extremely nauseous and just throw it back up. So bloating, heartburn, indigestion, and all that are good reasons to rein yourself in this Thursday, but an exploded stomach isn't really something that you need to worry about.
Yeah, just eat a little bit and go back and get seconds. Relax.
It's very hard to do.
I know.
You took the word right out. Look, yeah, you eat small plates. Like most people, they pile up
And
so much food on one plate.
That's just what we do. That's just tradition. You need to have a little bit of everything on your plate. Even though it's little portions, it make a big plate because it's 1,000 things to eat.
Let me tell you, I would have a whole plate of Rickey's macaroni and cheese. A whole plate.
But if you get a lot, that means the stuff that's on your plate is going to get cold. So it makes sense to go back and get more because it's hot.
Not as fast as we be eating.
But then if you keep getting up, going back, they say, golly, acting a pig. Look how many times he went back up to the kitchen.
Nobody care what nobody say.
Ain't no shame. Evidently we do because we talking about
it depends on who over there. It depends on who all over there.
Oh, see? You can't have no comedians you can't come over then. You'll be talking about people. But look at that.
I was real concerned when our Special K got to chicken number 6 at my house.
But I was eating them 2 pieces at a time. I was eating 2 pieces at a time.
Bruh, I ain't never seen nobody have 6 pieces of chicken. I mean, was it that good or you were just hungry?
Damn right. No, I ate that many because it was terrible. Of course it was good.
You left the house and came back over to the house. And
He sure did.
And had 2 more pieces. I was concerned.
He tore that fried chicken up.
It was good, though. It was delicious.
No shame in my game.
Who fried the chicken?
Gail.
Yeah, Gail Boudreaux.
Okay.
Yeah, Gail Boudreaux.
Okay.
Killed it.
I know it was good then.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, man.
6 pieces? Dang.
She gave it to him hot out the oil. I was like, boy, I know your
2
tongue
pieces
on fire.
at a time. I didn't need all 6 at once.
Yeah, that. What you had? Some macaroni and cheese,
Ooh,
some
that
greens.
macaroni and cheese. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I love
Had
that
some
new
greens.
macaroni and cheese.
Ooh,
honey. It was
them
cheesy.
greens.
Come on now.
So Gary,
The
you like
cabbage?
the new macaroni and cheese?
Yes, honey, because it was good and cheesy, honey. That new one here. Oh my God.
You got to have a certain pull, Brett. A certain pull when you dip down in there, lift it. It's got to pull right. If it don't pull right, I don't know.
That's how I feel about my blunts.
I'll babysit your kid all day, but if you let me hit him, I'll babysit him. If you don't let me hit your kid, don't bring no some to my house. And when you let me keep your kid, you don't need no hidden cameras, no videos trying to see how I'm treating him. When you come pick your kid up and he got a knot on the corner of his head, what happened to my son? I took a hammer and slapped the out of him. And he got a rope burn around his neck. What that rope? I try to hang the out of his ass.
Oh, man. The late, great Bernie Mac, y'all.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. NBA star Dwight Howard, y'all, who came out as gay allegedly in a recent court filing, y'all, where he was accused of sexually assaulting men, is now, y'all, looking for full custody of his 13-year-old daughter. Now, they're saying that Dwight filed a petition to modify the current custody and child support order in place of his 13-year-old daughter, Layla Loren Howard, and is now seeking, y'all, full custody of the teenage girl. Now, they're saying that last year, Dwight and his baby's mother, honey, Miss Tiffany Render, reached a deal, y'all, to lower his child support from he was only paying $12,000 a month down to $3,000 a month due to a substantial change, y'all, in his income. Now, they're saying, y'all, he was making $21 million a year in the NBA when he agreed to pay the 5-figure sum. Now, Dwight makes less than $1 million, y'all, playing ball overseas. Now, in the documents, they're saying that Dwight claims that Render failed and refused to talk to him about major issues involving their daughter, including her education, health care, and general well-being. Now, Ms. Render also failed and refused, y'all, to provide access to the minor child, and failed and refused to discuss in good faith the minor child's relocation enrollment in her prior school or enrollment in her new school in Florida. Now, they're saying Dwight also viewed some TikTok posts, y'all, by his daughter in which she is flipping off, y'all. They're saying the camera, they say, as well as videos of the minor child scantily clad and are in age-inappropriate clothing with vulgar sexual songs playing in the background, wherein an inappropriate gesture and innuendo, y'all. Now, they're saying also, Dwight says that Ms. Render exploited their child by having her record for and participate in the reality show Real Housewives of Atlanta without his knowledge.
Wow.
Isn't that sad? Can he get custody of his child? You know, with all this madness that they came out about him and whatever and stuff. Do you think the courts will let him get custody of his daughter?
That's gonna be hard. The only way that'll happen if she decides that she wants to live with her dad. In some states, when a child is 13, 14, they can decide what parent they want to live with. Then the defendant have the burden to prove that the plaintiff to be unfit. If they cannot prove that, then the child have to be turned over to the parent that the child would like to stay with. In some states.
Yeah, I guess so. Bless her. And you know, it's amazing how these kids, this social media, TikTok and all these things, and they get on those social media things and just do all kind of stuff. I mean, some of that stuff, I mean, in a sense, it could be good, but then
if
in
he
another
feel like
sense, it could be banned.
And if he feel like the kid is out of control, and going in the wrong direction, courts will also look at that, even if she said, like, hey, I don't want to stay with my dad. But if the courts feel like the child is out of control and need more guidance, and they feel like he could help her to get on the right track, then a court will also, just depend.
It's interesting. So we're going to follow that story and see how this all turn out, y'all. In other
but
news,
he can't get it because of his daughter in there and then hit a split while he in there frying some chicken.
I'll have Kitty come from the back room, honey, saying,
not Kitty.
Not Kitty.
Singing that, Kitty come back singing that song.
Yes. It's Kitty come back, they make an appearance. So
some on the top, some on the bottom.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Anyway, y'all, in other celebrities, y'all, 50 Cent hopped online, y'all. You know, he reacted to that Cassie lawsuit against Diddy. Now, he said, quote, "Damn, brother love, brother love, brother love. You out here, honey, looking eyes, emoji." They say crazy. And oh, that's too much to talk about. But anyway, child, 50 always jumping on something. I thought he and Diddy were friends. So, you know, I guess you find out who your friends are when you get in trouble.
He don't really like Diddy.
Huh?
He don't really care for Diddy like that.
No, he been going at his neck kind of like on a shady tip.
50
ain't nobody
you know I
friend.
don't mess with you, but he didn't say mess. But on one video, he said, "You don't know with you."
He said, but he was saying something messed up. He said, you know, he said that's why I don't. He was talking about why he never did go to 50's. Diddy's parties. He said that's why I don't go. That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties. Then he said, "Negro hug you from the front and then the back in the same time."
Right.
So bless his soul. Y'all, let's just continue keeping our parties lived in prayer. That situation almost then faded to black, though. You're not hearing too much more about it, honey. Miss Cassie allegedly got her money.
Disappeared like a fart in the wind.
Baby.
Yes, honey. So that's how you do it. I guess when you got money, you just make things disappear.
Disappear, honey.
And, honey, it's disappeared.
Poof,
so.
be gone.
Poof, be gone, honey. There you have it. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Calabri. On the high end, you say Calabri, and on the low end, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today.
That's a beautiful color. Y'all give it up to Gary with the T. All right, y'all, it's Smiley Morning Show time for Wake Up Call. 866-9 Ricky, here we go.
Here we wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together, woke you up this morning. Slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on, it's Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake it up.
Hello, this is Jamaica calling from Orlando, Florida, calling to wake up Seminole Knowles High School. We're in the second round playoffs. Let's wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Jacob Williams calling from Greenwood, South Carolina, wishing my son Javon Williams a happy birthday. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This Big Chris calling from Shelby, North Carolina, calling to say wake up, wake up, wake up to all the public service truck drivers. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Calling from Cleveland, Ohio. This G&G trying to say what's up this morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know. Let them know. Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, thank you everybody that called in for the Wake Up Call. We got Techie Tuesday up next with Beyonce Aloysius. What you going to be talking about? We got the one and only Beyonce Aloysius. What you got this morning?
Hey. Listen, I need you to get your phones out. I need you to get ready because this is the time of year where we save lots and lots of money. It is the greatest shopping day, actually week now, because used to, Black Friday was the ding. Well, now retailers want you to start shopping the entire week. So from now until Cyber Monday, don't fret because if payday is not until Friday, there are still great deals out here. Now, I'm always going to start off with what everybody's looking for, TVs, because this is when you save the most money. I will say Walmart, Target, and Best Buy always have great TV deals, but right now, for the early Black Friday deals, I've seen some amazing deals at Best Buy. You can get a 40-inch TV, TCL, for $99. Now, remember, you can get the upper brands, but we're talking about the deals and steals right now. You can get a 70-inch Insignia TV for $399. That is a huge TV and huge deal. So definitely, if you just want something to put like in a living room or even on the deck outside in your basement, great deal. Best Buy, that's where you go. Now, Amazon, of course, always has awesome products. So I love their security cameras. So Ring Doorbell, you can get the Pro 2 for $150, and at Kohl's, you can actually get just a regular Ring Doorbell. Like if you have an apartment or a condo, you want something small outdoor for security and protection, Gary, $54. You cannot beat it. Yes. No. Now, last over the summer, Gary got his first 50-inch TV. Woo! We were so proud of him. He saved a lot of money on that. If you're looking for headphones, Beats Solo 3, $99. You're going to save $100 on those headphones at Target. Also, AirPods. You can never save enough money with AirPods. I love my AirPod Pros. They're on sale for $100. You can get them at Target, Best Buy, Amazon. Also, Amazon Fire TV Stick. If you have a white elephant party or one of those gift exchanges, this is probably the best gift I ever gave at one. Everybody was fighting for this. For $19, an Amazon Fire Stick. You can't beat it. $19, great stocking stuffer, great deal. If you always lose your items, something that you want to give somebody you love, I put this on my kids. I put it in my purse, my backpacks, Apple AirTags, a 4-pack, usually $99.
All right, AirTag. Now, what is that?
So it's a little circle. It looks like almost like a quarter, and you could stick it in your wallet. You could stick it in your backpack, your shoe.
Keep up with you.
To keep up with you, so that way every time you leave the item, your phone will automatically tell you, hey, you left this behind at such and such, and it can track things. Now, a lot of people, what they started doing, including my sisters, they have these AirTag bands, and you can put them on your kids, and people like, when you're in big situations, you go to the circus, the park, you put them on your kids, it helps track your kids so you know where they are. If they leave the vicinity where you're at, you could be like, oh, where's my kid?
Or your husband.
Gary,
or your wife.
that's what you need, because you're real insecure, so anybody you date, Gary, you can slime
I'm
in
asking
the
about
wallet or something to see where he at.
Well, I'm getting, they just $20?
So you get 4 for $79. Usually they're $25 a piece. Now, there have been a lot of issues with people putting them on people's cars. Well, what happens is if you have an iPhone and you get into the car and someone else has left their tracker in your car, your iPhone will tell you, hey, there's an unauthorized tracker in your car.
Right.
So,
that's not cute.
Yeah.
Fellas, take note.
Yeah, fellas, take note.
Tell
So always watch the warnings. Also, Apple iPads. If you're looking for an iPad, you can get a 64-gig iPad for $229 on Amazon. Best deal I've seen. You're saving about $150. And lastly, always a great gift, because it's the gift that keeps on giving. The Echo Show 5 on sale for $39. You're saving about $45 on Amazon. Lots and lots of deals. Make sure you go to my Instagram at BeyonceATL on Instagram. I've already started posting in my story so you can see some of these deals so you don't miss them. Again, Beyonce ATL on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. But that is your Techie Tuesday for this Tuesday.
There it is, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Hey, Black Tony. Black Tony. Hey, what you doing? What you doing next week, man?
What you need me to do, son? You said, what you need me to do? Holla at your boy. But let me know something. What good?
Come out, meet us at the Tampa Improv, bruh. Just come hang out with us.
Say, boy, you ain't gotta say nothing else, boy. You gonna give me a bus ticket?
Yeah.
But you ain't said nothing, boy. You ain't said nothing. Cause I'm feeling real good right now. I mean, I'm surprised, but I'm feeling real good right now.
I forgot to ask you why you not at work today.
Well, because if you was a brand new daddy, you wouldn't be at work neither. How about that? If you was a brand new daddy, you wouldn't be at work neither. And Beyonce called me last night and said, Black Tony, Tamika gonna be coming in, sitting in for the morning show. And I love Tamika. I said I can't wait to be there in the morning because that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? I said I love Tamika. But I had went and got me a lineup and everything, so I'm looking good. Cause I said Tamika gonna be in. I want to look good. Yeah. But guess what? Remember I told y'all a couple weeks ago, Rock T. Remember I told you a couple weeks ago that girl had put child support on me because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, I can't be there this morning. Hey, Tamika, I can't be there this morning. I can't be there this morning because guess what? Guess what? Listen to this.
Oh. That little Black Tony?
She had the baby. She was only 3 weeks.
Congratulations.
Hey, Tamika, she was only 3 weeks pregnant. And she had the baby. She had the baby last night.
Baby, that's an embryo. That's a fetus.
They talking about they real surprised that she had the baby this fast. But yeah, that my little girl. Yo, she was only 3 weeks pregnant.
How much did the baby weigh?
Well, they ain't got a baby they got the baby laying on a piece of bread. Look like a.
I cannot.
Look like a what?
Look like a sardine.
That baby sound like she has full lungs.
Player, what teams have you played for, Eric?
Well, my first year, I played in.
Eric is now stuck on the letter M.
played in.
He desperately tries to break the cycle.
I have played in. My first year, I played in.
This is now Eric's fourth attempt.
Now, why y'all play that?
I can't get it out right now.
And why y'all do that?
Who's responsible for that?
Brett?
It's the reporter,
Who's
dude.
responsible?
He's
Brett put
stuck
that in there.
on the letter M.
I think Rock T pulled that.
This is his fourth attempt.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 4 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. Good morning, Tamika.
Good morning.
Here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all fans, y'all hear this, are holding a vigil, y'all, for Charlie Wilson, honey. You know, what happened, Brad? You're a staple here now, honey. You hear every day.
That's not funny, Gary.
After news broke out, now, this is sad, Brad. You have to hear this, y'all. News broke out that Charlie Wilson was hospitalized, and they're saying he's not doing well. Now, they're saying that the 70-year-old Tulsa native reported underwent back surgery and is not doing well in recovery, according to an insider. Now, they're saying after the initial reports of Wilson's demise circulated on Twitter Monday morning, they're saying DJ Hollygrove tweeted, "I am happy to report he's alive, but he's not doing well. Someone at the hospital," he said, leaked this info. So this is all alleged. Now they're saying, he also said that, you know, he apologized, but, you know, some people are saying that, you know, Charlie Wilson wasn't alive and still alive, but he went through allegedly back surgery, so he's definitely doing well. So let's keep Charlie Wilson, you know, and his family lifted up in our prayers, y'all, because this is just something that we all love, Uncle Charlie.
Yes,
y'all.
we
Put it-
do.
Treasure.
Yes. In other celebrity news, y'all, she's saying she married. Now, I guess she get to say she married. If that had been Keisha, she couldn't have said nothing. But it's being reported that Adele is confirming that she and Rich Paul are married. They're saying that the British pop star Adele confirmed that she's married to the sports agent Rich Paul. Now, they said the couple were rumored to have jumped the broom in a secret wedding last year. But the 35-year-old pop star confirmed that the rumors are the rooms at her best friend Alan Carr's comedy show in Los Angeles the other day. Now they're saying audience members confirmed that when they asked her, "Did anybody get married here?" and she screamed, "I did," and they said, honey, she put her hand up and she said it again that she and Rich Paul are married. But I remember they were talking about getting married, and he said he wasn't ready to marry her at that time. But I guess he changed his mind. You know, but he's not marrying her for money though, because he definitely has his own money. But she still does have more money than him. So congratulations to those two, honey. And in my final story, Sean Combs, y'all, they said, quote, he said his decision to settle that lawsuit was not an admission of guilt. Now, they're saying, y'all, Sean Puffy Combs insists, y'all, that he's innocent despite reaching a settlement with his ex-girlfriend, Miss Cassie Ventura, over that rape and abuse allegation. Now, they're saying Miss Cassie, she filed the lawsuit back in Manhattan, honey, back on November the 16th, and Combs vigorously denied the allegations in a statement issued through his attorney. They said, but 24 hours later, baby Combs threw in the towel and agreed to a settlement. They're saying the terms of the settlement, which were not disclosed publicly, but it has believed to be the fastest, hear what I'm saying, the fastest settlement of its kind in New York history.
Woo!
They said
Man,
it was
you can't roast a pig that long.
Nope, you can't, Ricky. No. Yes, honey.
Man.
So, I mean, they said it was the fastest in New York history, honey. And they're saying, you know, Puffy was spotted. He was looking crushed outside of his beautiful Star Island mansion in Miami over the weekend. But they're saying, honey, he settled it out. And he said he's not guilty, but still people saying, well, why did you pay her? If you weren't guilty, though. So, you know, they don't know, but it's just very interesting.
A lot of money.
A lot of money and stuff, though. You know, they say, but the lawyer says, so let's be clear, honey. A decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. That's what his attorney, Ben Bradman, said. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims.
Well, what is it then?
That's called gaslighting.
Yeah?
Come on, man.
What y'all think? I mean, you know, maybe just say, I don't want to be bothered.
Ain't nobody going to give up no $100 million.
No. You don't give up no millions.
But
unless you admitting to something.
But when you're a billionaire, I mean, that's really nothing to you. I mean, that's a commercial for him. So, you know, he'll just give it this until a hush. That's what, you know, people with money usually do.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a
It
lot.
is now.
Yeah, so we're gonna follow this.
Ooh, imagine having somebody fine like Cassie, and she got a lot of money. God.
Yeah. And she got a husband that was a trainer, honey. Now he could train her how to go to the bank, honey, and take out money and buy him all the things he needs and always wanted and stuff. So,
man, she get to live happily ever after.
Ever after. So, all right, the color.
Ever never.
Ever.
Ever.
The color today is Calabria. On the high end, you say Calabria, and on the low end, you say beautiful green. The color of money. That's the color for today.
All right now.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
All right, then. Y'all give it up to Gary with the team.
Gary!
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and as the holidays are approaching, many people typically find an abundance of joy during this time. However, others seem to dread this time of year. Feelings of sadness during the holidays, also known as holiday blues or seasonal depression, are common occurrences in the months of November and December.
Now, due to a variety of different reasons, some they may feel a sense of loneliness, anxiety, stress, sadness, exhaustion, and painful reflections. Symptoms of holiday depression include irritable moods, changes in sleep patterns, feeling more tired than usual, difficulty concentrating, or loss of pleasure in doing things. If you or someone you know are familiar with these symptoms, it is encouraged to talk to a doctor or mental health professional to help you sort out your emotions.
And today we have the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Alderwan Tart, a faith-based psychologist who can give us more insight into the holiday depression and how to deal with it. Thank you, Dr. Tart, for speaking with us today.
You're welcome.
Always good to have you on. And how would you describe holiday blues and how common is it?
Well, it's very common. I mean, the average person has lost someone, especially over the last couple of years. And while holidays is a time to rejoice, it's also a time to think about who's not here. And so it's important to not block it out. I know that sounds different from what we think. A lot of people try to work through it or act like it's not there, but that's the worst thing that we can do. So the first thing we have to do is actually acknowledge our feelings that someone we love, someone we care about is not here, because one way of coping is dealing with our negative emotions versus acting like it's not real.
Wow. So when you start to feel anxious, are there things that you could do, to ease the pressure when you just, starting to?
Yeah, Ricky. I mean, we have to predict. A lot of times, it's called impact bias, where we have a bias. We have a bias towards thinking that we're going to feel better than we really are, right? And then we get to that day, and a lot of times we're surprised. So here's what I want you to do: create new traditions, right? Be around people. Create new traditions so that you're around people. But if you feel like that's not what you want to do, set boundaries for yourself about people calling, let them know in advance, hey, I want to have this day to myself, check on me the next day, but come up with a plan for that day. And then reach out for support, and then do something to honor the loved one, right? And so that means you sitting down and talk to family and say, how do we want to honor this particular person? How do we want to honor this particular event in our lives? Let's do it together as if they're there, and then let's transition into something else.
Hey, Dr. Tart, I've heard that sometimes we may not even be aware that we're suffering from depression. So what are some signs that we can be aware of to notice that we are?
I mean, and this is true, especially around men. We just kind of like work through it. So one, I just ask our listeners on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you today? Like, how happy are you in your life and with your life? That's the quick screen that we do. A lot of times we get 3s, 4s, 5s. And if you answer that question right now and it's below a 5, that's a good time to reach out for help. Another one is if you have you sleeping too much or not enough. One of the precursors to depression, believe it or not, is lack of sleep, because something's on our mind. We can't get rest. We can't get peace of mind. So sleep, lack of energy, irritability, agitation, just not having pleasure in the world, like things that normally bring you pleasure don't. Those are signs that our emotions are saying, go get help, go talk to someone. It's like throwing up. Talk about these negative emotions versus denying them.
Yeah, I literally sat on a plane. I had a flight to Phoenix. And, man, that was a 3-hour flight. And I think the whole 3 hours, I just put my head in my lap and just flushed it out. And the flight attendant was real sensitive. Just he could sense as a black man. And I felt somebody put their hand on my neck, and he had a handful of Kleenex and just stuffed it in my face and gave it to me, pat me on the back. And because I had to perform, but I needed to get it out. You know what I mean? Because my therapist told me that I have complex trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder. I have both, been diagnosed with both. And trying to work through that, perform through that, and going up on stage with those feelings. I can turn it on. I can go on stage and just perform. But it's like when you get off stage, that reality set in, and it's almost like what happened to me in January has just now happened, because in my brain it's like a fossil. I held those feelings and those emotions, and I did not, because I had to protect, I had to lead, I had to organize, I had to plan. You understand? And man, this thing hit me about literally about 3 weeks ago. I felt like I'm going to need to go to a mental institution, Dr. Tart. What is it?
Well, I mean, because the only way to heal, Ricky, first of all, I don't know how you feel, right? And a lot of people say, I know how you feel. That's not helpful. A lot of times people say, tell me what you're feeling. That's the better response. Like, what are you going through? The only way for us to get distance through trauma is to talk about it. But we tend to try to, like you say, most men and women do it too, to stay busy, keep throwing it, distract our minds. And while that works in the short term, it costs us when it comes to our blood pressure, our heart. So we have to talk about it. The more you talk about it, the more you're able to get emotional and psychological distance from the trauma. We have to work through the trauma, not away from it.
Dr. Tart, people may say they need some alone time, but is being alone actually beneficial, or can it increase the depression that they may be going through?
You know, it depends on the person. All right, there's some people that in solitude, their thoughts just begin to race more. They actually need people to distract them. So it's a person-by-person basis. So I think we need both. Of course, we need solitude. You know, Jesus would often walk away and be by himself, and then other times he was with other people. It says in the Bible, therefore confess your troubles one to another, because the prayers of the righteous availeth much. That's true in the science. When we talk to other people about how we feel, but here's the key, we have to make sure the people we're talking to are safe. Like, they're safe with our emotions. Our emotions are safe with them. Some people mean to help, but they say the wrong thing. So find a safe person to be able to talk to and talk with, and you'll find yourself actually feeling better, even though you're talking about negative emotions, because you're getting them out of your mind versus keeping them in.
Yeah, and how do you continue with typical holiday traditions, you know, without bringing on? I remember when my grandma died. That was I was on a whole nother level of man. Listen. Still to this day.
Yeah, I can't do it.
On the day before Thanksgiving, when I'm cooking, I keep walking by the front door thinking, like, right now. My grandma, they've been gone 19 and 20 years. Yeah. Man, I think they finna pull up. I keep going to the door. Thinking my grandparents coming. That's like Thanksgiving connect to my grandmama. Yeah. And I mean, my soul, I can feel my soul leave my body of grief and heartbreak and sadness. And just want my grandma to, you know, especially going through what I'm going through now. I just really need my grandparents to be here, because they are the only people on this earth that can understand what I'm dealing with, how I'm feeling, and that I can talk to, and that just actually can make you feel better. Brett, you understand?
Ooh, I do understand. I'm in the exact same boat as you. I lost both of mine, and just, you know, no holiday is the same. You try to make it better, but it just don't be the same. And then you don't want to talk about it because you don't want to be sad. You don't want to talk about it to nobody because you don't want to make them sad or think you sad. And then you don't want them to feel sorry for you. And then you Debbie down and everybody's sad. So you just, to me, the best thing is to kind of keep it in, Dr. Tart, for real.
Yeah, Brad and Ricky, I hear you, but that's dishonoring how you really feel. It's fake, right? Yeah. It's like it's putting everyone before you.
I'd rather cry by myself than upset everybody else.
Don't worry about that. There are people out there. Like, imagine someone you care about calling you, and they say, "I need to talk to you for a minute." Right? You're not gonna feel bad. You're not gonna say shame them for feeling that way. You're gonna be glad that they have a safe space to just be human. We're human beings. We're not machines. We're not. I know that both of you all are performers, but you're not performers. You're human beings. That's just part of what you do. And especially when you're this hits entertainers, ministers, comedians harder, because you have to shut down how you feel and perform for everyone else, right? And your emotions are telling you it's a betrayal. And so actually those careers are more likely to actually suffer from grief, because you can't say, hey, I need some time to myself. Today I don't feel like being funny. Today I don't feel like singing. Today I don't feel like ministering to you guys because I need someone to minister to me. That's the real what's going on. And so our emotions are going to tell us the truth, regardless of whether we put on a face and perform or not. And you can be a performer even if you're not an entertainer, whether you're a doctor or mama or whatever. So we have to grieve. And let me give people a resource. It's called griefshare.org. It's groups online. You can go in your city and you can just talk. Sometimes you can feel better talking to strangers who are actually going through what you are going through.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I ain't gonna even, golly, I want to cry. So, man, it's just great.
To do that. Don't hold it.
It's just great to have you on this morning, because
don't hold that back, because that's real. That's your emotions saying, I want to grieve. And when we block that, we suppress it, and then it starts going to our heart, our sleep, our stomach starts hurting, because those emotions are saying, please let me grieve.
So true.
Yeah, and I hate that what I'm going through, because this is my first Thanksgiving without my son. But man, it's something about my damn grandparents that just be setting me all the way to the damn left, all the way. Like, I can't. The thought of my grandmother's just unreal, and I'm sure a lot of other people going through that. Dr. Tart, let everybody know how you can be reached and how they can follow you.
All right. Well, first of all, let me give them a resource. If you're talking about the loss of a child, that's specific. I want you to go to compassionatefriends.org, and then the Ad Council just released a mental health resource I want people to have. It's called loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org. You can go through it, and it talks to you about your different emotions, and it also can link you up with different mental health providers. That's the information I want people to have. But if you want to follow me, you can just go to my website, drtart.com. That's drtartt.com. Or follow me on Instagram at drtart, drtartt.
All right, y'all, everybody that's going through it, we didn't try to bring the show down. We just want to give you information because we all going through it, and we want everybody to go and get the help that you need. You don't have to go through all of this stuff alone. Go out and talk to someone and get the help. God created people like Dr. Tart and Dr. Yanetta Spring and Spirit and all of the wonderful therapists that's out there. So listen, go and get help, y'all. Appreciate it, y'all. One time for Dr. Tart. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with you. Interesting news. A ban on police chokeholds was upheld by the New York Court of Appeals. Many of you know, anybody who's been following attention, after the death of George Floyd, police departments all over the country banned not only chokeholds, but the ability to restrain someone by sitting on them, kneeling on them, and the like. There were several police organizations that attempted to stand in the way of this. The Police Benevolent Association of the City of New York and other law enforcement unions sued the city, saying that the law's language was vague. But the court came back and said that this was not about something that happened accidentally and more something that was intentional. The police union said that this was actually helpful and that they thought that it was a win for everybody. So thankfully that this was upheld. There still is language for both the state and the city that says that all of these things are illegal. But we all know that at the end of the day, it comes down to how this law is used in court against police officers that actually do it. So while the law is there to protect the citizens, there's still a lot that needs to be done in this area. Second is, I think that there seems to be this really interesting analysis, y'all, about who is supporting and not supporting Joe Biden leading into this presidential race. And there's a question around the number of college students that have waning support for Biden. And a really interesting, I think, analysis that we're going to have to think about and talk about as we move through this process about non-college degreed, both black and Latinos, that in many cases, based on data, are moving further and further away from the Democratic Party, even though they simultaneously have problems with the racist reality that comes from the GOP. And Kay, you and I talked about this a little bit a little while ago. So nobody seems to be happy about anybody. And so the question is, will Democrats be able to take advantage of the fact that, yes, there are a whole lot of racists in the Republican Party. The language is racist. The policy is racist. All the things I think, Kay, you said already. But if that's the case, why do you think they're still not excited about Democrats?
Well, it's nothing to get excited about, but I think it's going to come down to we got to look at, what side is going to do maybe something for us versus the other side that's definitely going to do some things to us that's not going to be good. And you're not going to be able to recuperate from those things.
And I think Donald Trump's authoritarian rhetoric that he's spewing out right now is going to even hurt him within his own party.
Exactly.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think he's going too far.
There's a lot of Republican coalitions that deem him dangerous and are speaking out, and even some of his former cabinet members. And when you start talking about moderate Republicans, even the moderate Republicans that's pro-life, I'm sorry, not pro-life, but pro-choice, he don't have what George W. Bush had. George W. Bush was able to carve out 10% of the black vote, and he had all Republicans, moderate and right-wing. But Trump is not able to do that, and
but
the independents.
I think Trump believes he doesn't need grass tops. He literally only speaks to the lowest rung of the base, and I think because when all is said and done, he just needs people to come out, get excited enough to come out and vote for him. He doesn't do coalition building. That's how we actually won.
Yeah, but nobody's excited about him no more because he's not nothing new. Like, if I could see a Ron DeSantis was running, people would be excited because they never seen him before. Trump is in the news every day for all kind of stuff, and I just don't see the same kind of energy and excitement, even at his rallies, that it was for him when he was running against Hillary Clinton. That's just me, Joe.
No, I don't disagree with that. The issue is, and we'll talk a lot more about this, is that he's still running against somebody that I'm confused if anybody is excited about.
Well, I don't know if people get excited about these presidential candidates as much as we look at, what's going to be good for our overall way of life. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, but
Biden don't excite me, but I just want to maintain my way of life.
People were excited about Trump. That's why he won. People were excited about Obama. That's why he won. People were excited about Clinton. That's why he won. I mean, so it is there, and we see it in other races too. So we'll get more into this. I know we got to go out right now. Y'all hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Let me know what you think. Appreciate this discussion, y'all. There's a lot more that we got to talk about.
Jeff, we need a little person president. Yeah. We ain't never had a little person president.
Like, for real. That's something to get excited about. Come on, Jeff.
He'll walk up the steps to the podium.
Get your girl to run, Rick.
Oh, Juicy.
We know that.
Hey, Brad, when I tell you the vocals on this is so nice.
Thank you.
Damn, to make your ass be singing, like for real. Clean. Like a glass of wine.
Yes.
How many takes you did that? I bet you did that song in one take.
Woo.
She like
probably no.
I ain't gonna lie.
Probably no more than 5.
Man, call her one take T.
Man, I can feel it. When she hit that last part, boy, that take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Come on, how everybody can find that song?
On all digital platforms.
There
it's
it is.
Available on everything. Apple Music, everything.
Airwell.
Airwell.
Now, Special K, what you have coming up next?
The top 5 signs that you too big to participate
you want to do
in
it now? We can do it. Y'all want to do it?
Yeah, we
got
can do it now.
We
going to knock it out. We going to knock
All right, let's go. You need some music?
Yeah. Hey, man, whatever Super Day feels appropriate. These are top 5 signs that your ass is too big to participate in Thanksgiving. Just stay in your damn room when everybody else downstairs. Let's see. Number 5, last really time.
You could have did a whole lot of stuff. Now you talking about top 5 things that you are top 5 what now?
Signs that you too big to participate in Thanksgiving. Just stay in your damn room.
We shouldn't do that, but we're going to
sit this one out.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Number 5, the last time you was able to see your own feet, Ja Rule was the hottest rapper out. And Cardi B wasn't even born. Number 4, when you go to the gym to do cardio, they make you put down a $500 deposit to use the treadmill. Number 3, these are signs you too big to participate in Thanksgiving. Your wedding song was "Can I Get a Refill?"
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man.
Number 2, these are signs that you too big to participate in Thanksgiving. You make your banana pudding from scratch, including the bananas.
Oh, my.
How the hell you make your own damn banana?
But they growing. Man, come on.
And the number 1 sign you too big. You go to Krispy Kreme and order 2 dozen hot donuts, and they say you want these in a box. You say, hell no, I want them on a plate.
Ricky. Say, man,
we ain't gonna ever get. You know how many kids we could have helped with this precious damn time that you sitting up here wasting.
I can't believe this. He have never done a net worse.
Oh,
well, Gary,
that was
that.
Yes. I had to do it at the last minute. I had the last minute.
Well, Special K, I like my Krispy Kreme on a plate.
Not 2 dozen of them.
Yeah, I will eat
Gary,
what?
Gary, what's got you upset?
Because I just don't believe it. Because I'm not
Gary,
going to
why
say
you looking at me
really,
like that?
Because I'm paying the room, honey.
Okay.
And we were like,
let's examine this.
I don't believe you did that.
But why would you look at me like this? You got no.
You ain't never said nothing that bad.
But the look in your eyes is hateful, though.
Because I just don't believe it.
Okay, Gary, what triggered you?
It was horrible. I mean, did you hear this
stuff? What was horrible?
Every damn thing of it. I mean, Special K ain't never done nothing that bad. I'm like, this is damn ridiculous. She ain't saying nothing. I looked at Tamika. Gary, she looked at me.
Gary, when we doing the morning show, somebody do a top 5. You supposed to laugh and be supportive, Gary.
You're supposed to, but if it wasn't funny, hell, I couldn't laugh.
How you think I'm supposed to feel now?
I don't care. That was just
that hurt me though.
Gary, Gary, you know people out there in the car listening to us, and we supposed to make it appear that we supposed to like make it appear.
We are a transparent show, Ricky. We ain't lying and faking, honey. That was just damn ridiculous.
Sometimes you got to take one for the team.
Well, honey, we ain't taking that one because that was horrible.
So, Gary, you saying they wasn't funny? It
wasn't funny at all.
No, Gary, I tried.
Not one of them, Gary.
None of them.
I tried though, Gary.
Gary,
did try,
you
honey.
Well, let's start off. What was the first one, Special K?
Oh shoot.
He can't remember.
No, because now I'm self-conscious. I don't want to do it now because I feel.
See what you did? See what you did?
Man, do the rock T, honey. Repeat it.
I don't have confidence. I said the last time you was able to see your toenails, Ja Rule was the hottest rapper.
My number 2. What's my number 2?
When you go to the gym to do cardio, they make you put a $500 deposit down
that
on the treadmill.
That don't even make sense. $500 damn dollars for cardio?
Yeah, you gotta put a deposit on the treadmill.
Maybe number 3. Do what number 3 was?
Number 3 was your wedding song was "Can I Get a Refill?"
That's stupid. That's just blatantly stupid.
Gary, I don't think you gave it a chance though.
And what was number 4 before you got cut off for Gary?
I'm discombobulated now.
What was number 4? Read number 4. Come on.
I gotta find it now because
you got to find it.
I done deleted them.
If I could curse on the air,
they deleted themselves.
Thank you. Jesus.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 25 after the hour. I almost said Gary had the tea and the Kahlua today. No, we got the front page right here. Filling in for the one and only Maria. We got the legendary Tamika Scott from Escape in the building.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here. And here's what's trending in news. From New Hampshire to Oregon, researchers are trying to figure out what's causing an infectious respiratory disease among dogs that has turned deadly in rare cases. Symptoms include coughing, sneezing, eye or nose discharge, and lethargy. And the disease is generally resistant to standard treatment. That is so sad. A new survey found that a lot of people working from home are taking care of other business on the clock. Now, a poll surveyed 1,000 couples about their sex life, and roughly 26% said they have had sex during work hours. Yes!
Put that Zoom video, turn that Zoom video off, Jack.
Okay, y'all, they're getting it on. 26% of those couples reported they did it while their online status was set to away, while 19% waited for their lunch break. Okay, y'all. Whew, I like this story. I'm Tamika Scott, and that's what's trending. Rock, what's going on?
Already appreciate that, Tamika. Monday Night Football last night. The Eagles fans flying high, holding on to beat the Kansas City Chiefs 21-17. Wide receiver for the Chiefs, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he dropped what would have been the winning touchdown. I ain't gonna say he's gonna get cut, man, but that was like his sixth dropped, not even pass of the season. I think that was his sixth dropped touchdown of the season, man. So
you got to go.
Come on, man. It's time to. I know it was raining. All the Chiefs fans. It was raining, man. Man, you got them doggone.
Bro, you got one job.
Catch the ball.
Okay.
Catch the ball.
Raining on the other side of the field, too.
Everybody else, all other wide receivers had to catch the ball on both teams, and everybody was playing in the same weather. It is what it is. LSU women's basketball squad has played their last two games without their star player, Angel Reese. Coach Kim Mulkey gives a quick update on possibly why.
You want me to explain why? It's very obvious Angel was not in uniform. Angel is a part of this basketball team, and we hope we see her sooner than later. I'm not going to answer anymore. That's it. That's all y'all need to know. Okay?
Now, she also said that, you got to deal with some locker room issues that as a coach, you sometimes don't know everything that's going on with the players. Here's my thoughts and opinions on that, man. The transfer portal, there's some pros and cons to that. One of the cons is sometimes when players that was a star player on their former team and they come to a new team full of more star players, the egos can kind of clash. They brought two new players in from other colleges last year that was the star of their old team. So Angel's like, listen, I'm the queen. And I'm not saying this is what's happening, but Angel's probably like, listen, this is my team. I'm the leader of this team.
Get in there and compete and earn your spot.
Get
in there and compete and earn your spot. Nobody's entitled to anything. We're not saying that that's what's happening, but get in there and compete.
Right, because they got some dogs, man, and plus they got a new freshman in there, Michaela
But did they
Williams.
win with her without her in the game?
They 2-0 without her.
I'm telling you, man.
They
that's
got
a
some
wake-up
dogs.
call.
Exactly. And we don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hopefully, Shaquille O'Neal's kind of brought Angel Reese up under his wing. So hopefully, I'm sure he's going to be pulling her aside and talking to her and giving her some advice.
You got to get in there. You got to compete. You got to compete.
Yeah, you
go in there, do your thing. You got to compete.
Yeah.
And chill. Just chill.
Yeah, don't worry about what's going on.
Just chill. You want to come fight me? Come fight me.
I don't need
you. Got this.
They call me Superman Emblem.
Boom, shakalaka laka.
I got you.
And said, you want to say something? This is my friend, the general.
Follow me on social
media. The army hat on that thick mustache. Let him talk to the little cartoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You need some
Here
icy hot?
Papa John's.
You a little hot on the icy hot. Let me get you to cool down here. It's all good, man. Follow me on social at Rock T. Holla. Brad got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, bottom of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, man, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's adopted son, Pax, called his father a world-class jerk and despicable person.
I wonder why we didn't say that.
Oh, man, who makes his four youngest children tremble in fear in an Instagram rant from 2020. The rant was accompanied by a photo of Pitt receiving an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor and posted on Pax's private Instagram story on Father's Day. Pax was just 16 when he used a private account to slam Pitt roughly 4 years after the Oscar winner allegedly abused Jolie and two of their 6 children on a private jet. Now, this is the first time the social media post has been verified. Pax wrote, "Happy Father's Day to this world-class jerk. You, time and time again, prove yourself to be a terrible and despicable person. You have no consideration or empathy toward your 4 youngest children who tremble in fear when in your presence," referring to Zahara, Shiloh, and twins Vivian and Knox. "You have made the lives of those closest to me a constant hell. You may tell yourself in the world whatever you want, but the truth will come to light someday. So happy Father's Day, you awful human being."
Man.
Wow.
He said that with his chest.
My goodness, what the heck did he
I would
do
love to
to
hear
them?
the other side.
The other side, right. He probably got a whooping one day.
That's what I was about to say. He probably looked disciplined.
He probably got a whooping with a belt or something.
He got put in the corner.
Hold on. Or didn't get what you want.
Right.
You understand? It's always two sides. I swear, man, the demonization, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know, the sad thing about it, Angelina Jolie, she found him at an orphanage in Vietnam, and she adopted him.
And what that got to do with the price of tea in China, Gary?
I've heard some rumors that Brad may have not agreed with the adoption thing, and she went on ahead and did it. I don't know. I just, you never know what rumors are true or not.
He left. Yeah, and it, like Ricky said, it's two sides to every story. Yeah. It's gonna be the son side, Brad's side, and then the real truth, what really happened, and we probably will never know that. So I hate that he did that though, because that makes it unfair. Because Brad ain't gonna speak out and say nothing against his son. So that's crazy. Moving on. Andre 3000, half of the group Outkast, has released a proper solo rap song since he and Big Boy recorded their final album in 2006. Andre's fans have relied on memorable but brief features on barely there snippets to hear the rapper's voice. Now it seems fans will have to keep waiting for Dre's grand return to rap. In an interview with GQ tied to last week's release of the instrumental Flute record, New Son, he said it sometimes feels inauthentic for me to rap because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. He said, I'm 48 years old, not to say the age is a thing that dictates what I rap about, but in a way it does, he told GQ. What do you talk about? I gotta go get a colonoscopy? What do you rap about? My eyesight is going bad? Now, I disagree with him. There are so many things to rap about. He's a lyrical genius.
Yes.
So maybe he's just tired of rap, but he's just not feeling it. He can rap about anything. He's one of the greats in my opinion. Yeah.
But he just likes simplicity. He want to play the flute and just kind of do things and just live a normal life or whatever. He just don't like the whole Hollywood thing.
Yeah,
I don't like people saying that he's crazy and all that kind of stuff. I saw a real good interview with him on YouTube, and he just really talked about where he's at in his life right now. And he just really seems at peace. He seems really at peace, man. And he don't seem crazy or nothing.
And that's all that matters. As long as you're at peace and you're doing your thing and doing your, you can't really worry about what nobody else say because they ain't
and he ain't bothering nobody.
And he ain't
in no trouble. He ain't bothering nobody.
Right.
So if he don't want to rap, he ain't got to rap. Sorry, fans. You should love him anyway. He's still Andre. You know what I'm
everything
saying?
he's given us.
Right. Right. And appreciate everything that he has already done. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the praise mixed down with Dwight Stone. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour.
But Brad,
yes, sir.
But if I see Andre 3000 going through Decatur with that flute and a bunch of rats behind him,
you know what?